Hi, my name's Liviana Valentine. I'm from Nandi and Today FM rocks.
My name is Ateza. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Krish. I'm from Tava. I like listening to Big Breakfast. Today FM rocks.
I'm Juliana. I'm from Nautoka and I like listening to Today FM.
Hi, my name is Chelly. I live in Arere. Today FM rocks my grog and lollipop.
Bula, my name is So. I'm from Navua. I like listening to Today's FM.
Bula, my name is Asilika from Rocky Rocky and Today FM rocks with my flip-flops.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. This is FPC News. Tonight, Fiji Sevens team says the gold medal win is a proud moment for the whole Pacific. Boys take time out in Brazil following an intense rugby competition. And later in the bulletin, President calls for more urgency towards road safety. Fiji Sevens skipper Osea Kolinisau has thanked fans around the world for their support after winning the Olympic gold medal on Friday. He says this win is not only for the people of Fiji, but for the whole Pacific region. Vashnil Prasad reports.
You feel when you came in the party?
Olympic gold medalist and Fiji Sevens captain Osea Kolinisau says winning the Sevens tournament has not only uplifted Fiji but the Pacific region as whole. While he is still in Brazil, Kolinisau has sent out a message to fans around the world.
Thank you very much for your praise and your support. This victory is for all of the people back home in Fiji and abroad, and especially those who helped in donating to get the boys over on business class and to all the Pacific Islands.
Gold medal winning captain wants fans to continue with the celebration but also give thanks to their spiritual beliefs.
Let's be happy, let's get excited, let's go crazy, but let's not forget that God gave us the victory, and let's keep thanking God for the victory He gave us.
Known as the little man on the field, Jerry Tuai also took time out thanking fans and players who were involved over the past 3 years.
We'd like to thank everyone back in Fiji for the support, for the prayers, and to all our boys who have come through the system, Mosi and boys, Mr. Ice, and everyone there for the support. And I'd like to thank the public.
The team knows the welcome that awaits them once they touch down in Nadi, a celebration worthy of champions, a nation united in jubilation. In Brazil, Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
And Fiji Sevens team merchandise sponsors BLK is over the moon after the team's win at the Olympic Games. BLK Fiji General Manager Josefa Matau was at the Diodoro Stadium throughout the 3-day competition supporting the boys. Rohit Deo caught up with Matau after the final.
The win will have a ripple effect across the whole of Fiji, and one company which is beaming with pride is BLK, the makers of the Fiji Sevens team jersey. BLK General Manager Josefa Matau says he's never seen a match like the Olympic final against Great Britain.
I'm so emotional and just proud of my country, Fiji. I want to thank Fasanok for giving us the opportunity to be able to come into partnership and provide Team Fiji with professional apparels. There's no words to describe how we're feeling right now.
The victory has also won Fiji many new fans, so much so that Matau had to give away his very own Fiji jersey to a random stranger who fell in love with the Fiji team.
I'm wearing a Rio official polo shirt. One of the volunteers just came in, please, and asked, please, can I have a Fiji t-shirt, because they watched our boys played, and they're even so proud of the boys, and it's just a big moment for Fiji. What an amazing game that they had, and just so proud.
Many more success stories will surely come from the gold medal win, and why wouldn't it? We have after all achieved the pinnacle of Sevens rugby. The team, which is more relaxed now, returns home next Sunday. In Brazil, Rohit Deo, FPC Sports.
President Major General retired Tiochi Conrote is concerned with the increase in the number of deaths on our roads. The head of state is urging all Fijians to look out for one another and be more responsible road users. Ellen Stoltz has the story.
Road safety is a message that we have all heard before, but this time the concern comes from the office of the President, Major General retired Tiochi Conrote.
Road fatalities continue to rise. And as for the 8th of August, last week, our road death toll stood at 38. This is equivalent to 5 or 6 people dying each month. It is very sad and worrying indeed. It is a worrying trend for us as a nation to think about. Approximately 38 families are without a child, a mother, a father, or a grandparent.
The President goes on to say the only way to reduce these road fatalities is for all Fijians to work together as more responsible citizens.
It can only happen when each of us takes responsibility, whether you are a driver, a passenger, or a pedestrian. Let us all be champions of road safety. Let us take this message into our homes, our neighborhoods, our schools, and our workplaces.
This message is being reiterated by the Fiji Roads Authority in the Western Division as works on the 4-lane road project continues to progress.
FRA project engineer Zaina Khan says she's pleading with motorists and road users here in the Western Division to exercise caution. She says since this is an active construction site, road users need to be aware of the temporary signs put up and to be able to follow and obey the speed limits.
Khan adds they are committed to minimizing disruption to businesses and keeping 2 lanes open to motorists at all times, whenever possible, and to continue construction at the same time. Ellen Stoltz, FBC News.
After the break, our successful Fijian segment looks at a beautician whose hard work has paid off.
Salamuti may nakaulebu na tiala tilebu au saborong tunga en radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yan.
Ebi nakabayaw radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan na evangolite ay rakirak.
Kay mami na marama ni Nofle. Kay mami daw talenta ka na radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yan.
Na radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yan.
Welcome back, you with FBC News. 23 children from around Fiji have a new lease of life following heart surgeries by a medical team from India. The Sai Prema Foundation, in partnership with the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, brought in the team from Sanjeevani Hospital in India. Pranita Prakash reports.
Children from as young as 3 months old have undergone surgery at the CWM hospital.
23 have been done so far and another 12 to 15 is what we are looking at. The youngest was 3 months and oldest was 14 years. So that has been the range. We discharged 4 of them. A couple are going home today.
The free operation is a relief to many parents who could not have been able to afford the $55,000 bill. 11-year-old Manavi Pille was 9 months old when her parents found out that she had heart problem. Her mother, Railin Naidu, who shared the painful experience her daughter went through, says they've been on the waiting list for 4 years and is glad that her daughter will not suffer anymore.
We were nearly 4 years we were on the list. Then after 4 years we are here now. She was having a heart problem, so the team came and have a surgery, open heart surgery, and I would like to thank all of the team who did such a nice operation. It was a successful operation.
Dr. Ashish Katewa and his team have been conducting up to 5 operations a day. 15 more children will undergo surgery, while 3 children will be flown to India.
3 of the children whom we screened on Saturday and Sunday had very complex heart problems, and which we decided would be a very high risk to perform here. So we gave an option to the parents that they'll be taken to our hospital in India, where we would provide free surgery. And there's an organization in Fiji, Heart Foundation, which has readily accepted to sponsor the air tickets for these children and one parent I'm told.
The team, including local doctors and nurses, today celebrated the birthday of one of the children who recently underwent surgery and is now in recovery. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Diagnosing heart conditions locally has become easier with the opening of our first ever cardiac catheter laboratory at the CWM hospital. The cath lab has been running for a while now and has already helped many Fijians seek further treatment based on high quality diagnosis.
This lab has some state-of-the-art equipment which helps diagnose heart diseases and can even perform some basic surgery. The entire unit has been made possible through donations.
Cardiacs, people dying from heart diseases, are the biggest killer in this country. So obviously we are probably one of the worst in the world. So we needed this facility, and we're very grateful for the people that have donated their own time, contributed to make this happen. People like Dr. Kapadia, Medtronics, that have been giving us the consumables and machines. And as a result of that, we can get people looked at and investigated here in Fiji.
The cath lab provides angiogram and ultrasound services, giving a detailed views of a patient's heart and allowing doctors to make proper diagnosis.
What we need to do now is to grow this service. CWM needs to become, as has been expressed here, hopefully a center of excellence that can grow, and then we'll also have other facilities developed in Lambasa and Rotoka, because we need to be able to provide that service here in our country for the benefit of all of our people.
Dr. Vijay Kapadia, a former Fiji citizen and the man who helped get the cath lab going, says Fijians deserve the best health care.
That in Fiji we are good enough to treat with high blood pressure, cholesterol, medication, exercise and diet. Excellent treatment. But we are not good enough to do anything further because we are not capable of it. It's too much for us. That was an actual insult to this country and its people and its staff. Why can't we have a facility, a tertiary facility? We have people who are actually capable and very well trained who could do this. And I said, well, we may not have the best, but we can at least do something.
The Health Ministry hopes to have more such facilities available in its major hospitals in time to come. Sainian Imboila, FBC News.
The devastation caused by Tropical Cyclone Winston earlier this year still remains the key challenge for the Methodist Church of Fiji. Spokesperson Reverend James Pagwan says most of the people affected are members of the church congregation who need new homes. Kelly Vadala reports.
With the annual conference now over, the Methodist Church turns its attention to getting people's lives back on track 6 months after Tropical Cyclone Winston.
Quite a large number of members that have been affected severely by it. And so a lot of our focus has been on that. Our disaster response unit has been established and has been working and continuing to work in terms of disaster relief, reconstruction and rehabilitation, not only for our churches but also working with communities. And that continues to be rolled out on a daily basis in the needed areas.
Apart from helping rebuild homes, the church also runs a number of schools which needs attention. Methodist Church leaders are also trying to reform the rules around the annual conference so that meetings can be conducted more efficiently and decisions made quicker.
The things that we're pushing for is as part of our Lakoya Niveau, the new Exodus, is to try and put more effectiveness in the meeting. If there is a special group that's pushing for reform with regards to that, to minimize the membership so that we can sit properly and really conduct effective meeting, effective discussions. Because the Centenary Church is just too small for us, with about 1,000 people.
The church also continues to discuss new challenges of the 21st century and enabling changes needed for the future. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Being humble and believing in yourself are two major ingredients to success. This week, successful Fijian features a hair salon owner, Clint Chambers, who worked his way up to being an internationally recognized professional hairstylist and beautician. Chambers is one of the stylists for the 2016 Vodafone Hibiscus Festival. Senian Imboila has the story.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Starting off as a salon boy, washing hair and sweeping floors is what prepared Clean Chambers for a life as a beautician.
I started in one of my friends' when I was a bit younger. So basically, I became a person that always washed hair and cleaned the salon and actually look after clients. And one of the days I sat back and I saw this senior hairstylist working on a particular model, and it just motivated me to become a hairstylist.
Been to a number of places, each more glamorous than the other. Today, though, is based out of a gym at the Fiji Broadcasting Office, prepping the company's contestant. Life was not easy for Chambers as he struggled to pursue his dream. Becoming a hairstylist in 1999, he worked hard to set up his very own salon.
2009 actually was a wonderful year for me because I actually I opened up my own business and I employed my staff. My first set of staff was about 3, and up till now it's actually gone down to 9 staff that I have now, which consists of hairstylists, beauticians, makeup artists, and so on. So it was a dream that I had, and I always dreamt of becoming an owner of a salon, and my career started from there.
He didn't stop there, continuing his career on the international scene and moving into the wedding industry as a high-end beautician and hairstylist.
I opened up an international hair and makeup business, and as of today I'm actually one of the renowned hair and makeup artists in the wedding industry, and I'm also working on doing models and other hair and makeup jobs as well. So,
sadly for Chambers, financial backing in the salon business was hard to come by back in the day.
Biggest challenges in setting up my own business was I think the financial part of it was the biggest challenge, because back then I was struggling to make ends meet. I opened up this salon with a bit of money. It started off with, like I said, 3 staff, and it just grew from there.
Managing his very own Silver Strand hair salon in Lautoka and his international Silver Strand hair and makeup stylist, Chambers says being humble will take you to greater heights.
Can do it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can actually make a career for themselves and succeed. I think that it all comes down to humbleness and actually professionalism. So, if you've got the go in you, just do it. Just go for it and just be successful in any way you want to become successful.
Chambers believes his profession has some good times ahead. There are now more beauticians in Fiji than ever before. He says people with talent can go a long way in the industry. Sainyani Mboila, FPC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
मैं जुगेन नंबिलो तालिब से रेडियो फिजी 2 24 घंटे मेरे साथ रहता है।
हम मंगेरी ताउका के ललिश है, हमारे दिल में और दिमाग में खाली रेडियो फिजी 2 है, और सभी भाइयों से आग्रह करते हैं कि रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनना चाहिए।
मेरा नाम अभिनेश है, मैं निंदी का रहने वाला हूँ। मैं सभी समय रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनता हूँ क्योंकि उसमें आईना प्रोग्राम रहता है।
हाय, मैं उमेश नसासा नाबुआ से। मैं जब भी सुना रेडियो फिजी 2 सुना। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
Welcome to FPC Sports. Jamaican Elaine Thompson has won gold in the women's 100 meters final at the Rio Olympics in Brazil. Thompson beat fellow Jamaican and race favorite Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, who finished third. Now, Brazil is through to the football semi-final at the Rio Olympics, having beaten Colombia 2-0 earlier today. The opening goal for the host country came from captain Neymar Jr. Well, Nandronga defeated Suva 32-9 in the first challenge of the HFC Fairbrother yesterday afternoon. The Nandronga team was given 2 yellow cards in the second half to Sakyusa Nandruku and Tuimba Batiratu. Here are the highlights.
Back right on the 22-meter mark. Ball is left behind once again. Out it comes, Rululu. And Rululu, a long kick it is. And right on the far end, Nandronga goes in for the first try. It was a cross kick. Rululu waited that kick beautifully. Almost a 28-meter kick. Out it comes, strikes it beautifully. Folds it across. And of course, have added that penalty. And now they trail by 7 points to 3. Go up once again. They are looking for the try, closing it up as they try and recycle that ball. Now they'll have a penalty once again. The extras. Beautiful one it is. Muluriki. Now they've gone almost neck to neck. 10 points to 9. Nandronga still leading. They have him to the ground. They ran him off his feet as well. And now Wangatambu. A strike it is, a big one as well, and right between the post as Nandronga extends its lead to 13 points to 9. Recycling it once again is Langai Ralulu right on the far, and a cut-out pass. He should just give it out to Wangatambu, and Wangatambu caught in possession right onto the far corner. Play there from the big foes of Suva, but the ball came out and stolen there by Nandronga. And out it comes. It's a beautiful run there from Rondrodro. Nobody's going to catch him. He goes right between the posts.
Well, cloudy periods with brief showers was experienced over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. A shallow trough of low pressure lies to the north of Fiji and is expected to move on to the group from Tuesday. Now, it was a warm Sunday over the Fiji group with Lambasa peaking at 32 degrees this afternoon. Savu though was a cool 24 degrees. Now, tomorrow's forecast, mostly fine conditions earlier in the day, turning to cloudy conditions later in the day. There's also a possibility of showers in Suva and Savu. The further outlook, some showers of the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, fine, cool at night. Southeast winds 20 to 25 knots, rough seas, moderate southerly swells. Recapping the main stories, Fiji Sevens team says the entire Pacific region shares in their Olympic gold medal glory. Jersey makers for the national Sevens team share in the pride of gold in Rio, Brazil. And President calls for more urgency towards road safety. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. This week's poll question, and we are asking, are you happy with Fiji's overall Olympic performance so far? To answer, visit our FPC website. Do send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizens@fpc.com.fj or share it with us for our Facebook page FPC News. If you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FPC News or hashtag FPC News. You've been watching FPC News. Good night.
Mrs. Manindrabu from Batam. I love listening to Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
I'm Sela Sadakau from Vatukola. I only listen to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold Naka, I'm Vale and I'm working at Golden Crow Resort, and I love listening to Gold FM because it plays a really wide range of classic music.
I'm Saini Sakio from Kashmir Wotoka. I like Gold FM, but only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.